camp just like you guys did. Okay, so I was a camper here at one point, and I was trying to reach my goals. Right here, I try to relate to my time as a wrestler when I'm teaching you guys as a coach. And here's what, for me, this camp did. I already knew wrestling moves per se, right? Like I knew some moves. I knew single leg or double leg or whatever it was. But what I didn't have was a consistent approach to wrestling in a systematic way that I went about attacking a guy. And if this happened, I'd go to that. What would happen for me a lot of times was I'd shoot, and either I was successful, and that was great, or else he gave me some resistance, and I wasn't successful. So it was a real coin toss every single time. It shouldn't be like that. It should be, if I get to the point where I'm getting his leg, I'm going to find a way to finish. It might be on the mat, it might be on my feet, but somehow, some way, if I get there, I'm going to find a way, okay? Obviously, it's not going to happen every time. We want to have it happen a high percentage of the time. Realistically, your guys' goals in here, this group, what I have right now, you are the guys that are trying to win multiple state titles in high school. You're trying to wrestle D1 in college. That's the expectation for this group. That's my expectation when I teach you. That being said, you're going to wrestle matches where you may only get the guy's leg 1 or 2 times a match. You're going to have those matches, and you have to convert on that opportunity. All right? If you cannot, you're not going to win those 2 state titles or 3 state titles. You're not going to wrestle in the Big 10 or the Big 12 or whatever it is. Okay? This was one of the techniques that everyone for the last 75 years of wrestling, whatever it is, has known this technique, and I feel like it's one of the most underrated things in all of wrestling. Okay? This is Wrestling 101. This is kindergarten move, and it works. I'm telling you, it works. People do not give it enough credit. So underrated. A lot of people know it as a peek out. We call it an auble. Now, the whole thing about this is when you hit it and what you're doing. So it has to be in sequence. This time we hit a head inside single, and I get beat. And this is where you guys, this is a huge flaw in youth wrestling, okay, middle school wrestling. You guys do this. I do everything I can to get in. For whatever reason, I shoot, and Mitch stops me here. All right? What you guys do in this position is you hold on. You get here, you get this leg, and you hold on, you hold on, you hold on, and this guy puts you in agony for about 30 seconds. And best case scenario is the ref does this stalemate, and by the time that stalemate's called, you spent a ton of energy on a position that was no chance of yielding points, and you wasted a bunch of time. Okay? That's not the way we want to wrestle. I'm going to get beat, I'm going to get extended, and when I do, I got to recover. So you have to recognize in wrestling when you're out of position and find a way to recover. So in this scenario, I shoot, he gets me extended. The first thing that's going to happen, and you're going to see this in a lot of different positions, is I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go of this leg, which is counterintuitive for you guys. I'm going to let go, I'm going to post. When I let go and I post here, I give myself the ability to get my head off the mat, my chest off the mat. I'm doing basically a one-handed push-up. From here, I'm also going to take my feet out to the side and I'm going to do this right here. We call this position a tripod. You football guys, it looks like a three-point stance, right? I'm in a tripod, and what this tripod is not somewhere I hang out in. It's a position of transition. We use it often on the bottom. On the bottom, we use this. We do this. We slide our knee under. We get back pressure. My hips come underneath, and I can stand up. And I can cut, right? We use this in a split the middle. Similar scenario, I can be here, we split the middle, right? I slid my hips underneath me to come back into my stance to get back in a position where I can wrestle from. We do that in split the middle. We do this on a head outside single, we lift, we come out the back door. In this scenario, we're going to do it, and we're going to come, we call it peek out or an auble. Here's all that's going to happen. As I get extended here, and he's got me beat, I know that I'm beat, I'm going to let go in a post. The great guy never even locks his hands. When he feels himself beat, he doesn't reach for the lock, he immediately goes to the post. So what happens oftentimes against a guy that's a little bit more versed is he doesn't even try to lock his hands. So as he shoots here, Mitch Strong, the guy does that right there. And as we post, we immediately come to an opportunity where we can look to come out to the side, regain position, and look to score. All right? And that's what we're going to do. So as soon as we get beat, we're going to let go, we're going to post. My left hand posts the mat. Not my elbow, not my head. My left hand posts the mat. From here, I'm going to get my butt up in the air. We call this the tripod, like I said. Now, here's the hard part. In one motion, a couple things are going to happen. One, my right hand that's on the leg, it's going to let go and it's going to elbow back. Pretend there's someone behind you and you're hitting them with your elbow. Okay? That's number 1. 2, as that's happening, my head's coming to the outside. So my head goes from an inside position to an outside position. 3, for me to stay in my stance, my knee penetrates under. When my knee penetrates under, his weight falls over top. I get him to go to his hands. I'm in a stance basically on my knee and out for the scoop. All right? All that's going to happen in one motion. Let's do it slow here. I shoot a head inside single on Mitch, and he sprawled. I post. My left hand's going to post. Now, all I'm basically doing is almost like a duck under, okay? I'm kind of doing a duck under out to my right side. Remember, I'm going to let go with my right hand, and my right elbow comes back. As my right elbow comes back, my knee penetrates under, and my head comes to the outside. Notice that I do this. Immediately, my head is up, my chest's up high. My left hand will usually come in towards his leg, and I'm immediately starting to turn back this direction. I got to get pressure this way, okay? What I don't want to do is do some kind of full sit-out here, where Mitch comes and steps over my body this direction. So as soon as I come out to the side, I'm here, I'm looking back into him, all right? Just like I would on a duck under. If I was doing a duck under here, I'd be doing this. I come back into him, same thing here. Head inside single, he sprawls, post tripod, watch, right elbow comes back, head comes out, knee comes under. If I do that, my left hand transitions to the leg, and look, I'm basically on a head outside single on the opposite side, on my left side over here, right? On his left leg where I would normally hit on that leg. From here, I'm pulling down, and a lot of times he'll just post his hand. If he gets here, I'll finish like a rotate double, but sometimes just post your hand on the mat. No, yep. I'll just spin right around, and I'll score, all right? Again, let's start in front of him. He sprawled. Partner, you're going to sprawl like this. Your left hand is going to post. As your left hand posts, our feet go out to the side. I come up in a tripod. Now, my right hand's this one on the leg. See this hand on the leg that's waving? It's going to let go, and it's going to elbow back. As my right hand elbows back, my head comes out, my left knee comes under. From here, my hand comes right up inside the thigh. I turn back in, I look to score. The reality is the best time to hit this is right when he sprawls. If I wait, if I stop, if I pause, it's going to be harder for me. We'll go really slow here. As I circle and pull this direction, I shoot a head inside single, Mitch sprawls to there. We don't wait. Shoot again. Head inside single. Here. He sprawls. Post. Tripod. Elbow back. Head out. Knee under. Notice my position. I'm in my stance. Here's what you guys will do wrong. 1, you'll do this full wild kind of sit out. Sprawl for me, please. He's here. You'll do like this. Here, you'll fall backwards. Well, I achieved my goal of getting outside of his body. I achieved my goal of getting his weight to his hands, but I'm not in position to move. I'm out of my stance. All right, 2, for some reason, and I can't understand it, you guys don't let go of the leg. You're right here, and you'll do this. Here. And you don't really get this guy to fall over top quite as well. All right? This hand is going to be essential for clearing space. I clear that arm off me. I was kind of in that tight waist wizard position, and by elbowing back. 3, you won't take your head out, and I can't figure this one out to save my life, but people don't do it. You'll be here, and you'll just do this. You'll do this right here. All I did was put myself underneath his hips. My head neighbor came out. Right, I get crushed underneath this guy. My head's going to come out in this position. One more time. Head inside single. I shoot a head inside single. You can start from the mat, actually, but I'll show you in sequence. I shoot a head inside single. He sprawl, post tripod. Elbow back, head out in the under. Look on that. I'm in my stance. All right, this is my stance. This is my stance. This is my stance. This is my stance. All these, the same position, right? I'm always here. Hips underneath me, shoulder, knee, toe aligned. Whether I'm on the bottom, all right, I'm here. It's always the same thing. All I'm trying to do is get back there. I use the tripod to do that. We got it? I'm going to see it again. One more time. He's going to sprawl. He's got me extended. My left hand's going to post. Go ahead and sprawl all the way out. He's here. This is what it looks like. Post. Tripod. Now, my right elbow is going to come back. As my right elbow comes back, watch my head. My head's going to come to the outside over here in this opening. My left knee is going to slide forward. That comes and keeps my hips underneath me. Left knee under, elbow back, head out. Here. Head comes up, arm comes inside. I look right back into him. And look for school. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.